Hi, I'm Michael Heim with the Business Exchange. I'm here with Dale Willifton. Dale,
Michael.
Thanks for joining us. Dale's from the Lease Coach.
That's right.
And my question to you today, Dale, is how far in advance should a franchisee start their leasing process?
The very first thing a franchise tenant needs to consider is whether they are opening on a soft deadline or a hard deadline. If their franchisor has said you must be open by a certain date, you have to plan differently. All right. Every franchise tenant is going to go through about 5 phases: site selection, negotiation of the offer to lease, negotiation of the formal lease agreement, design, and then construction. And that can take anywhere from 6 to 12 months in total. So it's extremely important to give yourself enough time. One franchise tenant, Michael, that came to me, he was told by his franchisor that he would do about 50% of his entire year's revenue in November and December, because he was going to open up in a major shopping mall. He was mainly a gift store. And he started planning, started working. Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong at the worst possible time. Instead of opening up in October, right before the big Christmas season, he ended up opening up on December the 21st and lost most of his opportunity for revenues at that time.
Yeah.
Another franchise tenant came to me. He was spending months and months looking for a location. He had not only purchased the franchise, but he bought the inventory, and it was a clothing retail franchise. So he bought that season's merchandise, put it in his garage. By the time he found a location and opened, all the merchandise was out of season. He had to buy a whole new batch.
Wow.
Okay? A restaurant tenant called us up one day and he said, "Dale, I want you to handle my lease renewal." And I said, "Terrific, but it sounds like there's more coming." I said, "What happened on your first lease?" He said, "Well, even though I was working through my franchisor, I ended up opening my restaurant 3 months late." He said, "I was paying $15,000 a month in rent, and I flushed $45,000 down the toilet before I even opened my business." And he said it was everything from couldn't get the building permits, there was problems with the roof, there was a zoning issue, landlord didn't sign the lease documents back. So many things can go wrong that the franchise tenant needs to give himself a 1 to 2 month cushion. Okay? But you really want to start 6, 9, 12 months in advance and plan carefully, because the things that you don't expect will come back.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.